Before I drop this truth bomb of nuclear proportions and completely reshape your outlook on the video game industry, we have a celebration. We have a cause for a party. So pull out your party hats, enjoy a slice of cake, and welcome to the Dead Metal Media 4,000 subscriber celebration. That's right, each and every one of you have supported the greatest movement on God's green earth. We are slowly revolutionizing the state of the world, the state of the entertainment industries that we once swore allegiance to, and now we have sworn to fix. Massive shout out to the Dead Metal Militia and all the street soldiers out there repping my brand on this website and off of it. I've seen them on Reddit. I've seen them on TikTok. I've seen them on Instagram. I've seen them on Facebook. I've seen them on MySpace. I've seen them on Yahoo GeoCities. I've seen them everywhere, and that is where they need to be, out there pushing my videos into the public, getting my message in front of as many eyes and ears as we possibly can. And don't forget, this coming weekend, the first ever legendary Dead Metal Media Nintendo live stream, Saturday and Sunday, a dual twin-parter. First day focusing on older Nintendo, the second day focusing on newer Nintendo. It's going to be revolutionary. It's going to be the greatest live stream until I choose to stream again after that. But with that out of the way, folks, let's get into what is, without a doubt, the most controversial, but also the truest thing I have ever said on this channel. Now, I'm no stranger to piracy. I've advocated stealing plenty of games that these greedy-ass publishers and these lazy developers think they can charge you top dollar for when they're copy and paste port jobs. That's all they are, complete garbage. Now, you see the title of the video, and you scratch your head, and you tilt your head, and you think one of the more challenging thoughts of your day. You're really putting all 10% of your brain to work. Dead Metal, how can you sit there and say that it's morally okay to pirate any and every video game? Well, I'll tell you, because it's not that fucking complicated. And people who have figured this out for the last 10, 20 years, like myself, we've been living a lavish lifestyle where we get to not only enjoy the latest games, but we have the money sitting in our fucking bank account to spend on other things. Because let's be real, before we get into the really controversial stuff, I think we can all agree on one thing. Let's find some common ground here. Video games are too expensive for the copy and paste, grind fest, and microtransaction infested garbage piles that 90% of the trash that these publishers put out actually are. Agreed? Agreed. And if you don't agree with me, you're a fucking shill. Assassin's Creed 19, Far Cry 13, Ghost Recon 12, Call of Duty 17, Battlefield 2000. It's all the same shit. And these same greedy motherfuckers are the ones out here saying that they actually need more money. We need to step up from 60 to 70. We need to go a little bit higher because the industry is evolving and developmental costs are getting more and more expensive. Games are getting bigger. They're getting better. Really? If they're getting bigger and better, why are we seeing a regression, Battlefield, to no single-player campaign? But I digress. That's not what the focus of this video is. The focus of this video is about why you, dear viewer, dear listener, higher-level thinker, hopefully, should be pirating every single game you play. Because, here's the thing, I know I'm damn sure not in the habit of paying for something before I know what it is I'll receive. And these scumbag publishers rely on cinematic trailers to try to sell you a pipe dream. There hasn't been a single game that's been released in this industry as long as I've been alive that have matched the quote-unquote cinematic nature of these bullshit trailers that show characters pulling off moves that can't actually be done in the game, story beats that never come to fruition, and they're there as eye candy. Let's be real. Half of these publishers' budgets get dumped into these CG trailers so they can sell you on a lie. And if you don't believe me, go back and look at the Watch Dogs 2014 gameplay demo at E3 versus what we actually got. Yes, Ubisoft is a heavy-handed offender, but the rest of these clowns are just as bad. EA, Activision, Blizzard, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, they are all filthy liars. They care more about filling their pockets with your hard-earned dollar than they do putting out competent products. So, what's the solution here, folks? What's my grand solution that will save you money and also allow you to play the latest releases? I'm not just talking about downloading Project 64, loading up Mario Kart 64, rubbing your filthy little paws together, and smiling at the thought that you've now joined the pirate elite. No, that's child's play compared to what I'm talking about. I'm talking about pirating the latest releases. Resident Evil 8, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, Biomutant, Alan Wake Remastered, and more. And how can I justify this morally? Very simple, folks. Very simple, because again, let's bring it full circle. We don't need to be paying for half of this trash. If I download Far Cry 6 and I play it for 3 hours and I realize in the pit of my stomach that despite the denial, despite the wool that was pulled over my eyes with these trailers Ubisoft pumped out, that this is still the same old boring formulaic gameplay loop prettied up for next gen with a customization system that's ripped straight out of every other major AAA game, then I delete the game, Ubisoft gets none of my money, and I can go to bed at night knowing that I didn't unknowingly or knowingly support these deceptive practices from these scumbag developers and publishers out here claiming that they've reinvented a series that has made its name and staked its claim on copy and paste formulas. I can go download Alan Wake Remastered because I'm entitled to it. I supported Remedy back 12 years ago when I pre-ordered Alan Wake when nobody else gave a fuck about Alan Wake. I get to do that. I've already put these fuckers, including Sam Lake, up in mansions. They're set for life. They don't miss my $30 despite what they may tell you. Particularly, I have no problem pirating those clowns who strike exclusivity deals with Epic Games. That's blood money. That's dirty money. Quite frankly, those are the games I'm proudest to pirate. Metro Exodus, you think I paid for that? You think I paid for Metro Exodus? You think I paid for the Heavy Rain and the Beyond Two Souls PC ports? Hell no, I bought them on PS3. As far as I'm concerned, those are my files. I'm just downloading them. All right, Hitman 3, Hitman sold their soul to the devil. You think I felt bad about denying IO Interactive $60 of my hard-earned money that I get on unemployment? Hell to the no. I downloaded that shit, beat it in a week, and I didn't find the game that great. So they're not getting a fucking dime out of me. You think that I went out of my way with the amount of controversy surrounding Cyberpunk 2077 to put down $60 just in hopes that it turned out to be great? Fucking clowns, every single one of you who paid for that shit because you got duped. You got duped harder than anybody else I can think of in any industry, not just video games. At least clowns who go gamble their money away, there's a shot that they might get paid. With Cyberpunk 2077, you would have been better off stuffing your fucking money in the toilet and hitting the flush button, because at least then you don't have to play through a 60 to 80 hour slog, a shell of a game that marketing hype ruined before you realize all your money was wasted. All right? Are you getting the point now, folks? You have been duped. You have been lied to. The mainstream video game media is a joke. They're paid off shills. Look at Far Cry 6, for fuck's sake. IGN's giving it an 8 out of 10. Look at the user reviews on Metacritic. It's getting 6 out of 10 because they aren't paid off and IGN is. They're liars. And you're too fucking smart and you need to wake up. You need to get out of this comatose state that you've been living in with regards to fucking video games, because you can get this shit for free. You can play it for free. You know 9 times out of 10 that what you end up playing and the experience you end up having is not worth that asking price. And here's the magic bullet. here's what's going to get every single person to agree with me, because I hear the arguments. I hear the fucking arguments. Downloading and pirating indie games is wrong. You're shortchanging a developer who needs that money. Or my personal favorite, downloading hurts the video game industry. Bull fucking shit. Let me destroy these arguments with one question. You, dear viewer, you, did you ask to be born? Did you come swimming to the top of your daddy's nuts when he was pounding your mom's pussy? And did you jump to the front of the line consciously thinking that you were going to inhabit a body that's going to wither and die over the next 60 to 70 years? No, you did not. You didn't ask to be born. Now, what relevance does that have? I'll tell you. You may as well take this fucking world for everything it's got. You may as well put your fucking money in a bank account and let it earn some fucking interest while you get to enjoy the fruits of other people's labors on nobody's dime but your own. You may as well invest in a little bit of technical know-how, because learning how to crack a game is infinitely more satisfying than it is plopping down some of your money and feeling sick in the pit of your stomach as you purchase the latest abortion that Call of Duty, Battlefield, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Ghost Recon, whatever, has decided to shit out. And as far as the indie game argument, oh, the developers are getting hurt because you're pirating indie games, they rely on that. Bullshit. Every single indie developer I know of before they hit it big has a day job, and if they're releasing their game on PC, they need to account for piracy. If they don't want their game to be pirated, nothing's stopping them from going exclusive to Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo, other than the inevitable fact that those games will also inevitably be pirated or emulated. There's no winning, and that's the golden ticket. That's the magic bullet, and that's why you need to start doing it. You'll never escape piracy. It's never going to go away. If you can't beat them, join them. Why should these fucking clowns get to sit back with their feet kicked up playing a game for free that you paid $60 to $70 for? Hey, the best time to start pirating your games would have been 20 fucking years ago. The second best time to start pirating them is right now. And that brings us full circle to the point I've been trying to make this whole time. Why is it morally acceptable? Why is it ethical to pirate any game you want? Why is it not only moral and ethical, but advisable? Because your finances don't need to be impacted. You can have it both ways, folks. Imagine it. You don't have to tell your date that you're taking her out to McDonald's because it was November and all the heavy hitters came out. You can get them for free and take her to a nice upscale restaurant like Applebee's. You can tell your landlord that you have rent on time this month. It didn't matter that a new console generation started. Just steal the games. Stealing the games opens up a whole limelight. It opens up a whole new world. There is no more a question of, do I want to spend $60 on this, or do I want to wait for reviews? You can wait for the reviews if you're a fucking clown, or you can download it the moment it comes out and form your own opinion. There is no more playing the patient gamer game. I dropped out of that shit a long time ago. It took too long. This year, some of the greatest gaming experiences I have had have come at the expense of other people paying for the games that I did not. And that's just a life lesson that some of you are going to be raging and typing furiously in anger in the comments about, but it's something you all need to learn. If you can get something for free, why in God's name would you pay for it? Now, if you really like a game, nothing's stopping you from going out and paying the developer after the fact. You can go buy a copy of it and give it away on your YouTube channel. You can give the money to one of those perfectly reputable, non-gray market key resellers like G2A.com. Perfectly ethical. I don't really care what you do. The fact remains, you should have the experience before you pay for it. Because most, I would say a good 90 to 92% of these games coming out are shovelware trash, milking the same trends and the same abhorrent infestations that have taken over this industry long enough. If we all rose up and took the power back by pirating our games, the developers and publishers would be at our mercy on their fucking knees in front of us, begging us to take them back, begging us to start putting money back in their pockets. And at the end of the day, folks, that's just not going to happen. We need to show these fuckers that we're not going to sit back and take it idly anymore. The Dead Metal Militia pirates their games. We get that shit for free. Why the fuck would we pay for it? I mean, technically, if you want to get real specific about it here, folks, I'm playing that game on your fucking dollar. How's that feel? Shout out to the Dead Metal Militia.